this concept gave me the ability to be able to with confidence say that's the low. Do you understand how valuable that is? To have that ability. Most people on planet Earth cannot do that. Do you know that if you ever got good at that you'd become the $1 million person? How many firms would hire you and pay you millions for your ability to say that's the low? This concept that I'm going to teach you here, this technical technique, is called what I call the no follow through technique, or the no follow through concept. And this is one, not the only, but this is one of my key ways to finding major turns in the market, major tops, major bottoms. Okay. Now, because the market has been in a downtrend for quite some time, I'm going to teach this concept to you from the bottom up. But remember, everything I'm teaching you is applicable in the other direction as well. All right. So always remember, everything I teach you can be played both long as a concept, buy, and short as a concept, sell. All right. But since the market has been dropping, I think it's more relevant for us to really do the deep dive from the bottom up. Okay. Because that's where we are right now. All right. So no follow through. This is the key to finding major bottoms, major, not small bottoms, because there's a way to find small temporary bottoms too. But this is the major turns. You want to be an expert at knowing when a major bottom is in place in a stock, in the overall market, in a cryptocurrency, whatever you trade. Boom. This concept is going to be your best friend. All right, let's go. The no follow through event that I want you to be aware of comprises of a fat, sizable red bar. Now, you can have, some wicks on either side of the fat bar. It doesn't have to be perfect like this. This is just a drawing, right? So you can have a little wick at the top, a little wick at the bottom. What I'm saying is that there's a lot of freaking red in the bar. Okay. So this is not a normal red. It's a sizable red. Okay. It's more than the little green that you see as the second bar. It's sizable, a sizable red bar. But if you look at this event that I'm showing you here, that I've drawn here, is that this bar has zero red after it. Now, let me tell you why that's significant. A fat red bar, write this down, has like an 83% follow through rate. Think about this, guys. 82 to 83% of the time, another red bar follows a fat red bar. That's how reliable these bars are. Do you know how wealthy you can become in the markets with something that has an 82% success rate? It's like being right almost 9 times out of every 10. And sometimes 10 times out of every 10. That's how you get the 8.2 times out of every 10. There is no follow through. The next bar is green. There's no additional red. Like what? Then the next bar is green. What? Okay. That's still not the special part. The second special part is that the red bar to the left gets totally removed. It doesn't matter which green bar does it. It could be the 5th green bar, the 10th green bar, the second green bar. It could even be the first green bar. But the key is that the red is completely recouped and the green goes past the beginning of the red. It takes out the high of the red bar. So the three things that I need you to know that makes up this event: fat red bar, 1. 2, zero follow through, no additional red, 0. And 3, the green completely erases, completely recoups, completely neutralizes the red by trading above the red bar. That is a major bottom. The odds of the low of that red bar being revisited or even broken is extraordinarily low. You have found a major bottom in your stock, in your option, in your bond, in your market, in your index, in your futures contract, in your cryptocurrency. Doesn't matter. This fat red bar is supposed to produce another red bar, but it doesn't. I have found that when something with a high probability is supposed to happen, but doesn't, and the opposite happens, the opposite direction is big. Version 2 is this: a little follow through. And then boom, we take it out. So remember, the first had 0 follow through. There's not a single ounce of red after that fat red bar. And the second version is, okay, got a little follow through, but is that really follow through? If all of the red eventually gets taken out. All right. So version 2 is allowable. A little follow through, like a little slip through of the red, then boom, all of the red, the little one and the big one, is completely annihilated, completely neutralized. It is the neutralization that I think is also very important not to miss, guys. It's not just that the fat red bar produced little to no follow through. This is little follow through, and this is no follow through. So you'll often hear me say little to no follow through. It's because of these two scenarios: little follow through, no follow through. Okay, so we're talking about the little follow through now, but please don't miss this important point here. The complete removal of all the red is very, very critical, and that's your buy point. It is the removal of the red where you know, now I have zero doubt, this is the bottom, I'm going in. Now you can, guys, I'm telling you, you can pick any financial item, any stock, any market. Go back in the past. You can pick any time frame, intraday time frame, daily, weekly, doesn't matter. And then you can go to major tops and major bottoms in the past. And you're going to see a lot of them, not all of them, a lot of them started just like this. In fact, why don't I just show you that? Why are we playing around? Why don't I just show you that? Look at the lowest low on the Bitcoin chart. Now we're looking at a 15-minute, no, we're looking at in 1 hourly time frame of Bitcoin, right? Just take a look at it. Fat giant red bar, zero follow through, guys. Now, don't confuse these reds as follow through. What I mean by follow through is that there's no lower red. Do you understand? Follow through is a continuation of the red. These reds are not continuations of the red because they're not lower than the red, the initial red. So this marked the major bottom, fat red bar. Boom. There is your entry price. And what's that sound? I want to see people do that for me. Can you do that for me in the comments? That's a fiat counter. All right. We make the fiat and we convert it to Bitcoin, right? Just do it for me in the comments. I want to see. So here, boom. All right. You want to see another one? We can stay on the same chart. Uh-oh. Look at this one. Fat red bar. You see the fat red bar? Should I move it? Let me move it to the right a little bit here. So you have this fat red bar, right? Fat red, but one little follow through. That is why you'll often hear me, as I mentioned before, little to no, little or no. This is no follow through, and this is little follow through, little or no. All right. And here's the little follow through and okay. And here's the no follow through. All right, guys. I'm going to stop teasing him now. It's crazy. It's crazy. And, you know, guys, I'll tell you, it even happens a lot in these micro scenarios. Like you see this bar here? This is a troublesome bar. This one, let me blow it up a little bit for you. This one here, that's a troublesome bar right there. But it has no follow through and it gets taken out. Boom. You see that? Okay. Red, no follow through and it gets taken out. This no follow through concept, guys, I will tell you this. When I discovered this, it was, guys, it was like a freaking bright light that completely changed my trading world. It was one of those, and there have been a variety of these moments, but it was one of those moments that caused a paradigm shift in not only the way I why is my framing is off here, but it was one of those paradigm shifts that changed not only the way that I saw the markets, I mean, it just exploded my opportunities. Like I started seeing these things all over the place. And it made me realize like, oh my God, like this concept gave me the ability to be able to with confidence say, that's the low. Do you understand how valuable that is? To have that ability. Most people on planet Earth cannot do that. Do you know that if you ever got good at that you'd become the $1 million person? How many firms would hire you and pay you millions for your ability to say, that's the low, that's the top? This is extraordinarily valuable, traders. And so, like, when I got this, it was like, wow, oh my God, you know? So there you have it, guys, the no follow through concept. Now, remember that this is also, don't forget that this is applicable on both sides of the fence, as it were, right? So, you know, you get these fat green bars, right, that don't really follow through. Look at a little follow through, and that's the top. And then a fat red bar, no follow through, and that's the bottom. It's freaking crazy, right? So there you have it, guys. very valuable technical concept that, whether you realize this or not, will change your trading life forever.